Okay, good morning, students. Okay, in the last class, I have started magnetic effect of electric current, but I am not continuing with that chapter because for term 1, you have light reflection, refraction, and human eye and colorful word. In human eye and colorful word also, you have only the colorful word part. There is no human eye part, but still, for NTSC purpose, I am doing human eye as well as colorful word along with that. Okay. So, magnetic effect of electric current is for second term. Along with magnetic effects of electric current, electricity is also for second term. Okay. So, but by 1 month, by next 1 month, I have to complete all the syllabus related to physics because you people are writing NTSC, so I have to complete the syllabus by September 15th. I think I don't have exact clarity whether we have to finish it by September 15 or not, but term 1 I'll finish by this Saturday. Term 1 syllabus will be completed by this Saturday. For term 1 you will have MCQ questions. There is no descriptive type, you will have only MCQ questions. So know the concepts thoroughly, completely. So without understanding concepts, you cannot answer any questions. Okay. So let me start the new chapter, human eye and the colorful world. The name itself says human eye. We will deal with human eye, how it works, if it not works, what are the defects related with the eyes, how to solve problems associated with eyes. Also the colorful word. Colorful word in the sense you can see different colors. So how can you see different colors? You can see rainbow, right? So in the previous chapter you studied about refraction of light through lenses, right? So as you studied about refraction through lenses, so you know by placing object at different distances, we will get the image of at different distances. Sometimes the image obtained will be virtual erect, sometimes the image obtained will be real inverted. So depending on the position of the object, we get the image. Okay. So human eye is also like it consists of a lens. Human eye consists of a lens. So how can we see the images? How can we see the objects? Not images. How can we see the objects? Do not chart. ಯಾರು ಚಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಯಾರದು ಕಳಿಸಿರೋದು ಹೆಸರು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ರಾಹುಲ್, do not chat pa. Very good morning. In this chapter we will be studying about human eye, its corrections, defects. Along with that, colorful word. Colorful word deals with the color of rainbow. You will see 7 colors in the rainbow. Why we will see 7 colors? And also during sunrise and sunset, we will be observing orange red or reddish color. Why there is a appearance of reddish color or orange red during sunrise and sunset? Okay, so along with that we will discuss about why the stars will twinkle. So night time, if you see the sky, you will see that stars are twinkling. Why the stars will twinkle? Why do not planets twinkle? Why the planets do not twinkle like stars? Okay, so all these are phenomena that are related to light and refraction. So we will be discussing all these concepts in this chapter. Let me start with human eye. Okay, so the first concept is human eye. Am I audible?
Audible, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One minute. Okay, first thing we will start with human eye. Human eye is one of the most sensitive, valuable sense organ. Human eye is one of the most valuable, sensitive sense organ. With the help of human eye, we can see the colorful world. Okay, without human eye, without our eyes, we cannot see anything. But by closing our eyes, we can identify some objects. Okay, see, by closing my eyes, I can identify this is a chalk piece. Okay, this is the mic, this is the computer. So by closing my eyes, I can identify some objects. This is board, but by closing my eyes, I cannot identify the color of the board, color of the chalk piece. So it is very highly impossible to identify objects by closing our eyes. Okay, by closing our eyes, by smelling, we can identify this is biryani, this is pizza. Okay, just by smelling. But by closing our eyes, we cannot identify the color of the biryani or color of the pizza. Okay, so that is why human eye is one of the most valuable sensitive sense organ. So without it, we cannot see anything. So human eye, what is the structure of human eye, what is the function of human eye? So I will be writing the structure of human eye now. So it consists of
spherical shape.
okay, human eye forms a transparent bulge at the front surface of the eyeball. So this is the eyeball, this is the bulge transparent in the sense it is transparent, you can see through it. Transparent bulge in the front surface of the eyeball. So this transparent bulge in the front surface of the eyeball, we call it as cornea. So what is it? It is cornea. So
Cornea.
cornea is the transparent bulge at the outer at the front surface of the eyeball. We call it as cornea. It is very thin membrane. So cornea is a thin membrane and a transparent bulge structure in the front surface of the eyeball. So what exactly happens here at the cornea? So most of the refraction of light takes place at the cornea. So what happens exactly at cornea? So most of the refraction of light
Takes place.
light occurs at
Cornea.
Okay, so cornea is a thin membrane and it is a transparent bulge in the front surface of the eyeball. And what happens? Most of the light entering, so most of the refraction occurs at the front surface, that is cornea. Okay, so this is the cornea. Next comes aqueous humor.
Lens.
Aqueous
Humor.
So aqueous humor is a jelly-like fluid which gives the refractive index. Okay, it will have some refractive index. You know what happens if there is a refractive index? When light enters, due to the refractive index, the light ray may bend. Okay, so aqueous humor is a jelly-like fluid, okay, which helps to maintain the refractive index. So next comes iris.
Iris.
So after iris, we will have a crystalline
Lens.
Okay, I'll use color sketch. So this crystalline lens is balanced with the help of
Ciliary muscles.
ciliary muscles. Okay, so these are the ciliary muscles. This is the crystalline lens. So I will write the part crystalline lens.
Ciliary muscles.
Ciliary muscles. So here you can see this. This is Irish. This one and this one are Irish. And you can see there is a gap between this Irish. This gap.
Pupil.
This gap,
Pupil, sir.
we call it as pupil. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರಾ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ?
No, sir.
ಯಾರು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು? Who is answering?
Sir, it's me. Sai
Sai
Kiran, sir.
Nikhil? Okay, did you learn it from Byju's?
No, sir. I already studied half of the lesson in textbook, sir.
Very good, very good. Okay, so this portion between the Irish, we call it as pupil. Okay, now this complete, we call it as eyeball. So the diameter of the eyeball will be around 2.3 centimeter.
2.3.
Diameter of the eyeball from here to here, it will be around 2.3 centimeter. So if they ask what is the diameter of the eyeball, it is 2.3 centimeter. So now here, this eyeball at the center portion, this is completely filled with vitreous humor. Okay, vitreous humor. So here at the front, beginning of the eye, we will have aqueous humor, and at the eyeball, we will have vitreous humor. This vitreous humor maintains the shape of the eyeball. To maintain the shape of the eyeball, we will have vitreous humor, and exactly at the end,
Retina.
so we will have retina. Okay, this is called retina. And here we will have optic nerve. So this is optic nerve. So now I will explain you what exactly happened, what are the functions of each and every part. So first part I have already explained you. Cornea is the outermost surface of the eye, which is the transparent bulge, and most of the refractions occurs at the cornea. Next comes aqueous humor. Aqueous humor is a jelly-like substance or fibrous-like substance which has some refractive index. Next comes iris. Iris is a dark muscular diaphragm. Iris is a dark muscular diaphragm which maintains the size of the pupil. Okay, iris is a dark muscular diaphragm. Diaphragm in the sense muscle. Okay, which maintains the size of the pupil. So ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. This is normal eye. So here exactly at the center, ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಐ ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ಯೂಪಿಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಯೂಪಿಲ್. ಪ್ಯೂಪಿಲ್ ಸುತ್ತ ಈ ತರ ಶಾರ್ಪ್ ಸ್ಪೈಕ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This is what we call it as iris.
Irish.
So, iris is a dark muscular diaphragm, so which maintains the size of the pupil. So how it maintains the size of the pupil? Okay, you take the torch, allow the torch to you try to see the torch. So intensity of light is very huge. Okay, you will see the very high brightness, very high intensity light you will see. Since the intensity of the light is high, so what happens, this iris will try to close. So what is the function of iris? It will increase or decrease the size of the pupil. If so much amount of light is entering eye, so this iris will close, because the job of the pupil is it regulates and controls the amount of light entering the eye. The job of the pupil is what is the function of pupil? It regulates and controls the amount of light entering the eye. That means if so much of light is entering eye, so together iris and pupil so will do this job. They will try to regulate and control the amount of light entering the eye. That means ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಇಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಪ್ಯೂಪಿಲ್, ಇಷ್ಟಿದೆ. ಪ್ಯೂಪಿಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸುತ್ತ ಏನಿದೆ ಐರಿಶ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಪ್ಯೂಪಿಲ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ಯೂಪಿಲ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಐರಿಶ್ ವಿಲ್ control the size of the pupil. Okay, so once this dark muscular diaphragm will close, so the pupil size will become very small. So suddenly if you enter dark room, what happens? There won't be any light. So what happens? This iris will
increases.
expand. So by expanding iris, what happens? The size of the pupil will increase. Understood? So together iris and pupil regulates and controls the amount of light entering the eye. If too much amount enters the eye, pupil size decreases. If you go to a dark room, pupil size increases. Understood? So iris is a dark muscular diaphragm which maintains the size of the pupil. So pupil and iris together controls and regulates the amount of light entering the eye. Understood?
Yes, sir.
See, first ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಲೈಟ್ ಬರ್ತದ, ಲೈಟ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ರಿಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ. ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ರಿಫ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಕ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮರ್, ದ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬೆಂಡ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ there is so much light is entering the eye, what happens? This iris will close. So once this iris will close, exact amount of light ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. How it will enter? Because with the help of iris and pupil, they will control and regulate the amount of light entering the eye. So after iris and pupil, we can see a crystalline lens. So what lens it is? Concave lens or convex lens? It is convex lens. So once light enters through the convex lens, light ray will converge or diverge? The light rays will converge. So what is the function of this crystalline lens? So crystalline lens merely provides the finer adjustment of focal length. So what does it mean? Crystalline lens merely provides the finer adjustment of focal length. It means that if the object is here, I want to see the object, that means I will focus the object. So for focusing this object in front of me, so automatically this lens will adjust for its focal length. Okay, so for example, I am standing here. Okay, this is online class, I cannot give this example. Okay, I have to see this eye which is on board. So see, I am looking at the eye, so my focus should be on this. Okay, in order to focus this, see, from here to here around 100 centimeters there. So what should be my focal length? 100 centimeter. So automatically this eye lens will become thin. So thereby becoming thin, the focal length of the lens will become 100 centimeter. So then exactly I can focus on this eye. Okay, so now see this object. This object is at 50 centimeter. So my focus should be at 50 centimeter. You know focal length means, what is focus? Light after refraction will converge at one specific point. So this is the focus. Object is at focus. In order to focus this object, what should be my focal length? What should be the focal length of the lens? It should be 50. So once I see this object, automatically this lens, this crystalline lens, adjusts its length, focal length for 50 centimeter. Okay, so that is what the function of eye lens. Eye lens merely provides the finer adjustment of focal length to see the object which is at certain distance. Okay, which is at some distance. If the object is at 100 centimeter, automatically the focal length will change it to 100 centimeter. The focal length of the lens will become 100 centimeter. If the object is at 50 centimeter, automatically the focal length of the lens will become 50 centimeter. Okay, so it merely provides the finer adjustment of focal length. Okay, how this finer adjustment of focal length is done, I will explain it in the next concept. Okay, so what will this ciliary muscles do? Ciliary muscles are the main, so they actually work for the compression and relaxation for lens. See, when the object is at 50 centimeter, the lens should be thin. Okay, let me explain it here. Idrolage nodri. Lens curvature is thick, lens curvature is thin. So here, since the lens curvature, eye lens curvature is thick, dappa ide, here high lens curvature is thin. So out of this two, I will take this as 1, this as case 2. In case 1, focal length is more, or in case 2, focal length is more. Out of this two, which focal length is more, which focal length is less? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Focal length idraದ್ದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತಾ, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತಾ?
Case
First one.
2 C.
Case 2 focal length is more, because if lens is thin, if length is thin, see, I'll explain first one. This is the principal axis, this is the principal axis. Okay, so here light after refraction, they will converge here itself. Here light after refraction, so they will converge at this point. You can see the distance between the optical center to the focus, we call it as focal length. So here focal length is only this much, here focal length is this much. So focal length of thin lens is more, focal length of thick lens is less.
Less.
So when this ciliary muscles, these are the ciliary muscles, so this is the lens. When ciliary muscles relaxes, the curvature of the lens increases. As the curvature of the lens increases, focal length increases. When
More.
ciliary muscles compresses, curvature of the
Lesser.
lens decreases, focal length increases. Understood? So this is the function of these ciliary muscles. Ciliary muscles maintains the shape of the crystalline lens. Ciliary muscles maintains the shape of the crystalline lens, whereas crystalline lens merely provides the finer adjustment of focal length. And next comes vitreous humor. Vitreous humor maintains the structure of the eyeball. Okay, the white part idella sutta, that is what vitreous humor is. It maintains the structure of the eyeball. So after vitreous humor, we have retina. Retina is a so retina consists of light sensitive cells, enormous number of light sensitive cells. So it will have rods and cones. Rods are responsible for dim light, whereas cone is responsible for high intensive light, or high intensity light, or you can say bright light. And also cones are responsible for the vision of colors. Okay, so rods are responsible when there is a dim light. So yavaga dim light irtada, avaga rod cells activate agtava. When there is a bright light, then the cone cells will activate. You see the color because of cone cells. Okay, these rod cells and cone cells are enormous in numbers. So this retina consists of enormous number of light sensitive cells. The light sensitive cells here are rods and cones. Rods are responsible for dim light, whereas cones are responsible for bright light or colored light. Okay, so what happens exactly on retina? And also next part is optic nerve. Optic nerve, it is the nerve which connects to the brain. Okay, the nerve which connects to the brain, we call it as optic nerve. Now I will explain exactly how you will see the image. Okay, you got to know the function of each and every part of eye, right? Function of each
Yes,
and
sir.
every part of eye you got to know. See, now I will explain. Exactly at this point I am standing in front of your eye. So the light rays will enter this. The light rays will enter this. So depending on the intensity of light, this iris will close or open, and size of the pupil will increase or decrease. So also after entering the lens, the light rays after entering the lens will converge at one specific point on retina. Okay, so these are the light rays. I am not usually in general we will consider beam, but here we will consider only ray. to make the concept understand, I use rays. So wherever the two rays meet, that is where the point of formation of image, right? So image will be formed on retina.
Retina.
So as the light enters through the lens, the light ray will converge at a point on retina. So
Retina.
upon the illumination of these light rays from the eye lens, the light cells, sensitive cells will get activated. So as these light sensitive cells, rods and cones gets activated, they will convert this information, or they will interpret, they will calculate that information and convert that signals, they convert that light into signals. Okay, that signals will be sent to brain through the optic nerve. With the help of optic nerve, whatever the information the light sensitive cells get, that information will be converted into signals. So that signal will be sent to brain via optic nerve. Brain interpret this as an image. Okay, so usually in the case of convex lens, whatever the image we get is real and inverted, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But we see erect object, erect image only. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, erect ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಾ? But according to this, you should see me ulta, but our brain interprets ಅಂದ್ರೆ calculate the information as it is. So if you are erect, it will show erect image only. If you are inverted, it will show inverted image only. Okay, so the light falls on the crystalline lens. From there the light will get illuminated on retina. Retina consists of enormous number of light sensitive cells. Upon the
Rods,
illumination
cone.
of this light, upon the illumination of this light, these light sensitive cells will get activated. They convert this light into electrical signals, and these signals are sent to brain via
Brain.
optic nerve. Brain interprets these signals as an image.
Image.
Understood? This is how
Yes, sir.
human eye works.
Yes, sir.
ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆಯಾ?
No,
Any
sir. No
doubts?
problem. No, sir. No doubt, sir.
Did you understand how human eye works?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Understood,
sir.
sir.
Everyone? Somebody is saying no. Who is that? Okay, I will repeat everything once again. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಲೈಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫಾಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಸೀದಾ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? ರೆಟಿನಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ರೆಟಿನಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಮೇಜ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ರೆಟಿನಾ. ರೆಟಿನಾ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಈ ಲೈಟ್ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಲೈಟ್ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಆ ಲೈಟ್ ನ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೀದಾ ಬ್ರೈನಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಬ್ರೈನ್ಗೆ? ಥ್ರೂ ಆಪ್ಟಿಕ್ ನರ್ವ್. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಟಿಕ್ ನರ್ವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಬ್ರೈನ್. ಸೊ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಆ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ನ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದೇನಿದು? ಚಾಕ್ ಪೀಸ್
Choppies.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ವಿಚ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ. ಟಕ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಬ್ಲೂ ಕಲರ್. ಎಷ್ಟು
Blue.
fast ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ
Blue
ಅಷ್ಟು
color,
fast brain work ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so that's why human eye is one of the most valuable sensitive sense organ. It will sense in a fraction of seconds. Okay, so this is how human eye functions, and these are the parts of human eye, how the human eye works. Okay, next concept is power of accommodation. So next concept is power of accommodation. So we know human eye is the lens, crystalline lens is a fibrous like or fibrous jelly like material. So it is a jelly like material. The curvature of the eye lens can be modified to some extent. Curvature of the eye lens means if this is the eye lens, this curvature can be modified. We can increase the curvature and we can decrease the curvature. Okay, so human eye, the crystalline lens of eye is a jelly like material. The curvature of the lens can be modified to some extent with the help of ciliary muscles, right? With the help of ciliary muscles we can change the curvature, we can increase the curvature, we can decrease the curvature. Okay, now see, if ciliary muscles relaxes, so this is the lens, this is the normal eye. Okay, let me take some more space to make you more understand. This is normal eye, this is the thicker one, this is the thinner one. So now this is the these are the ciliary muscles. Now here in this is normal case. Here in this case the ciliary muscles contracts, compresses. When ciliary muscles contracts, what happens? The curvature of the eye lens decreases or increases.
Increases.
The curvature of the eye lens increases when the ciliary muscles relax. The curvature of the lens decreases. Here you can see the curvature of the lens is decreasing. If it is normal, if the lens is normal, so I will take focal length will be around 10 centimeter. Okay. Now
Yes,
in
sir.
the second case, the ciliary muscles is contracting. So as the ciliary muscles is contracting, the curvature of the lens increases. As the
Increases.
curvature of the lens increases, what happens? It will
Focal
convert
length decreases.
it very early. Okay, so that means focal length of the lens decreases. It will decreases to 5 centimeter. So for normal it is 10. Now due to the contraction of ciliary muscles, focal length is decreased and it is 5 centimeter. And due to the relaxation of ciliary muscles, what happens? The curvature of the lens decreases. Since the curvature of the lens decreases, what happens? The focal length of the lens
Focal length
increases.
increases.
Increases to 20 centimeter.
20 centimeters.
Okay, so this is what we call it as power of accommodation. Power of accommodation means the ability of eye lens to adjust its focal length. We call it as power of accommodation. Okay, I will write the definition.
Yes, sir.
The ability of eye lens
to change
to adjust its focal length.
is called power of accommodation.
We call it as power of accommodation. Power of accommodation means the ability of eye lens to adjust its focal length. So I'll repeat once again. Eye lens is a jelly-like substance. Its curvature can be modified to some extent. If the ciliary muscles contract, the curvature of the lens increases. So focal length decreases. If ciliary muscles relaxes, the curvature of the lens decreases, focal length increases. So this is what we call it as adjustment of lens. Okay, so this with the help of ciliary muscles, the lens can be adjusted or modified to some extent. Okay, so this ability of eye lens to adjust for its focal length, we call it as power of accommodation of eye lens. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ನೋಡ್ರಿ? ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ನೀವು ಮನೇಲೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದ್ ಪೆನ್ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ಪೆನ್ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪೆನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಟಕ್ ಅಂತ ಪೆನ್ನ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ನೀಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪೆನ್ ಬ್ಲರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ನೀಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪೆನ್ ಬ್ಲರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಪೆನ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಪೆನ್ ನೀಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಬ್ಲರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಅದನ್ನ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತದೆ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ciliary muscles. This ability of eye lens to adjust for its focal length, we call it as power of accommodation. Okay, you have any questions related to power of accommodation? Okay, I will only create some question. Sir, what is the maximum compression? What is the maximum extension, sir? Sir, you said ciliary muscles will contract. What is the maximum contraction? What is the maximum expansion? Okay. So below a certain minimum limit, minimum limit, your eye or your ciliary muscles cannot contract. Minimum limit ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ minimum limit ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ your eye will get stress or strain. You will get pain in eyes. Okay. So try to hold a book exactly at 25 centimeter, or you can try to hold a pen. See it at 25 centimeter. You can see it properly. Bring it near to eyes. Try to see it. So after 1 or 2 minutes, your eye will start paining. You will start getting headache. So that is why, that is the reason. What is the reason behind that? Because your ciliary muscles are trying to contract. So as they are trying to apply pressure on crystalline lens. So that is why you will get pain in eyes. You will start getting headache. Okay. So the minimum distance where you can see objects
25 centimeters.
distinctly, clearly, without any stress, that we call it as near point or
Of the eye.
Least distance of vision.
Okay, least
Distance of vision.
distance of distinct vision.
Vision.
Least distance of distinct vision means the minimum distance where you can see objects clearly, distinctly, without any stress in your eyes. We call it as least distance of distinct vision. Means distinct vision andre clear vision. Okay, clear vision without any stress. The name itself says clear vision without any stress means distinct vision. Least means the minimum distance. So least distance of distinct vision means the minimum distance where you can see objects
25
clearly,
centimeters.
distinctly, without any stress in eyes. We call it as least distance of distinct vision, or also it is called as near point. Near point. Okay. The near point of an young adult will be 25 centimeter. Okay, 25 centimeter is the least distance of distinct vision. Also near point is 25 centimeter. 25 centimeter means if you hold an object at 25 centimeter, so you can see the object clearly, distinctly, without any stress in your eyes. So that distance is 25 centimeter. Okay, next comes far point. Far point. So opposite to near point, it is the farthest point. The farthest point up to which you can see the objects clearly, distinctly. We call it as far point. For normal young adult, the far point will be infinity. Okay, you can see the objects which are at infinite point. You can see stars, you can see sun, you can see planets, you can see someone which is at infinite point. So that is what we call it as far point. The farthest point up to which we can see the objects clearly, distinctly, we call it as far point. The far point of a normal individual is infinity. So that means for a normal adult, young adult, the range of near point and far point is from 25 centimeter to infinity. So you can see properly without any stress from 25 centimeter to infinity. Okay, So that is what a normal adult aged person can have a vision from 25 centimeter to infinity. ಇವಾಗ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, I can see from 25 centimeter to infinity. If I hold it at 20 centimeter also I can see, but after some time due to the stress I will start feeling pain. Okay, if there is a stress, we don't call it as least distance of distinct vision. Without stress we can see properly from 25 centimeter to infinity. Okay, so this is about least distance of distinct vision, power point and power of accommodation. You have any doubts with this? Sometimes at the age andre, you might have seen your grandparents, their eyes will become milky and cloudy. Okay, that's what we call it as cataract. ಕಣ್ಣು ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಮ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಲೌಡಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಐ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ cataract. Okay, cataract. So we can correct this by cataract surgery. So cataract is a defect of vision. Sometimes they may have partial vision, and also chances are there they may completely lose their vision. Okay, so that is why they will go with cataract surgery. So it will cost around lakhs. So if they go through cataract surgery, they can bring back their vision. Okay, ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಓನ್ಲಿ ಏಜ್ಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾಟರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ಐ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕಿ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಲೌಡಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಐ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ which is having milky or cloudy eyes, we call it as cataract. So the person who is suffering from cataract will have partial vision. Sometimes they may lose complete vision. So this can be corrected by cataract surgery. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is one more news. I will say it when you come in offline classes. Okay, they're asking me to take Olympiad classes. Let me see what happens. Okay, next concept, defects of vision. Defects of vision, what is the time?
3 minutes.
Okay, I'll just give the defects of vision. In tomorrow's class I will complete defect of vision. So defects of vision, defects of vision. So first, what is meant by defect?
We can't see the objects, sir.
Why? Because we have closed our eyes. Defects of vision. Vision ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ನೋಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ?
View.
Okay, there is a problem in seeing. Sometimes we will be seeing the objects, but it is blur. Sometimes we cannot see objects at all. Blur irutte. Why? What is the reason behind that blur? Okay, defects of vision. Due to the defective losses in eye, we will have defects of vision. So based on different defects, we will have divided these defects of vision into three. First one, hypermetropia, myopia. First
Myopia,
one,
sir. Hypermetropia.
Second one, hypermetropia.
Presbyopia.
So third one is presbyopia. Presbyopia. So these are the three defects of vision. So what exactly happens in these three, I will discuss in tomorrow's class. So myopia is also called as nearsightedness. Hypermetropia is also called as farsightedness. Presbyopia is also called as ಕೇಳಪ್ಪ ಈಗ. It is the combination of both nearsightedness as well as farsightedness. Okay,
I have studied up to second one, sir.
It's combination of both myopia as well as hypermetropia. I'll discuss what exactly presbyopia, what is myopia, what is hypermetropia, what are the problems related with this, and how to correct these defects in tomorrow's class. Okay, So maximum of 10 minutes I'll spend. After that, I will directly jump into prism, refraction through prism, dispersion, formation of rainbow, atmospheric refraction, Tyndall effect, scattering of light, and then the applications of this. Why does star twinkle? Why planet do not twinkle? Advanced sunrise, delayed sunset, and why the color of the sunrise during sunset and sunrise, why the color of the sun during sunset and sunrise is reddish. There is an activity at the last in the textbook. Okay, I will take another 3 more days to complete this chapter. I will complete the theory, then I will discuss the in-text and exercise questions. That also will take another 2 days. So in this week, I will complete this chapter. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.